يشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله ولا كريم وصلى الله على الحمد أجمعين ومسيح ومهدي ومجدد لأن مرسلين. Now we return to the class.
So the purpose of the workshops are to inform, the audience about uplifting, elevating information. We don't want to talk about dead, boring, unrelated, low vibrating, topics. We want to keep information anew, because we call our new. It's like you have every day is a new day. One day can be a life-changing experience for the good or for the bad. But anyway, whatever happens, it's a good day because you learn from it. So, the purpose of these workshops is, for OSOICE members to come on and, discuss, they talk about their business. They can talk about, products that they have. They can talk about, their services, any information they want to share with the family. We got quite a few things we're working on. Brother Musa, he's coordinated a whole lot behind the scenes, organizing, putting everything together so we can, get to more of a bigger facilities such as classrooms. We're looking to also in the future do like, conferences and stuff like that. I know he said he was recently looking into like, some places, event parlays, so we can be able to do that. So we kind of can, can spread the audience and get more of that. Instead of over Zoom, we can meet live and talk face to face. Over the airlines is one way, but sitting down, breaking bread, and talking to people one-on-one, that's something completely different. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Workshop I'm gonna be presenting, and the name of it is called the Bad Class. Bad Class Workshops. We see it here on the screen. Courtney, can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Cool. So with the Bad Class, the title of it is Better Application Development Class. And the reason why I call it bad, because particularly I was always a bad student. I made very, very bad grades. I think I graduated with a 1.9, 2.0 GPA my whole life. I made honor roll maybe once, but the fact of the matter is that school stuff is kind of backwards. And, I was always considered, unable to keep up. But what was happening while I look back at it is that my brain was moving really too fast. And I was kind of ahead of the curve, you see, in the squares there, or the classrooms, or the people there, they try to hold on to you, and slow you down. You see, they say like, do this, do that, or, they tell you things like organize better. You may be a master at whatever you're doing, but they're looking up from the outside in, telling you to organize yourself. Like, how you telling a master to organize? But, what I've learned is that beings are on different vibrations, different frequencies, and that, sometimes, it's lonely at the top. But what I'm learning here with OSOICE is that there's many of us on the same vibration, same frequency, and that ATUN-RE is helping us to balance that. Sometimes we can be going so fast and so high that we get up there, be really alone and be bored, but like, whoa, am I doing too much? Am I not doing enough? You see, with ATUN-RE, he can kind of put another perspective to you where you can look at it in the mirror a different kind of way and show you how to readjust, make yourself better, make yourself stronger, because sometimes you got to go just enough, slow enough so the others can keep up. You got to spoon feed them information. You can't like, pile it into them because it can be quite overwhelming. But today, for these next 3 minutes, we went over, Musa has some good updates. What all he got going on. I'm talking blabbling now, and we got Miss Courtney. She's on the line waiting. So I'm gonna get right into the application development piece of it. And today we're gonna be talking about a framework that I love. It's called Framework7. And Framework7 is a mobile application development framework. It's free. You can use it anytime. It has a lot of great tools. And what it does, it has pre-built functionality within it, so you can be able to build mobile applications for both your Android and for your iPhone devices. We're here on the Framework7 website. And I really want to teach people on how to look at application development sites, be able to look at it and break the documentation down. You see, because the websites are always the same. Like we're here on the home page, you got their logo, their branding way at the top, Framework7, boom. Build full feature iOS, Android, and desktop. It kind of give you an intro about it. Then they kind of give you some stuff that they're working on, UI effects, different features that they have. They got high support. They got different sponsors. A lot of these, a lot of companies, a lot of applications. This framework is free, But you know, how can you be like, well, how can it be free? How are they making any money? What it is that they reach out and get sponsors from outside parties. That's what the whole concept of the OSOICE workshop, because we're trying to get eyeballs on us so people can see what we're doing. They would say, wow, they're doing that, they're doing this, and when they're sharing information, hey, let's invest some resources into them so they can take it to the next level. So you see here, Framework7, they got these different sponsors or companies that pay to provide them with resources so they can continue the development going. All these different sponsors. So yeah, you know, a couple more minutes here. So what I normally do when I go to a application framework website, I go straight to the docs. I want to see some code. I like, man, show me some code. How does the code look? So we're here now. So open up this library. And you see to the left, they got different different codes, code concepts. I'm gonna go right to the calendar. Some people are familiar with. Let's go take a look at the calendar code. Okay, here, calendar app methods. Let's look at a related app method to work with calendar. So you have app.calendar.create and your parameters you pass in. So that one line of code is how you create a calendar instance. The one particular line of code, all you got to type in app.calendar.create and it'll create you a calendar. With that calendar, you can, you know, then add an event, delete an event, update an event, things of that nature. Let's go down and see if they have any calendar examples that we can look at and take a look at. So you got to hold on. Okay, here go the code samples preview. iOS. Okay, so this calendar, type in your birthday, boom. So this is a mobile app. You know, so we're inside of our mobile app right now, and we want to have a calendar feature. We want to have a form or a page where people can enter in information. Can everybody hear me okay? I don't want to go too fast. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. Keep up. Are y'all there?
Yeah, we can hear you. Was dragging a little bit, but I think it was the connection.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we got to work on the better equipment. Let me maybe speak up a little bit.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so this is a form page, and it has a calendar blocks on it. So, you know, you can enter your birth date, you know, custom date, multiple date. You see? And, you know, and you click on the date, it pops up the date because nobody want to be typing in the whole date. You want to do a shortcut where the date pops up and you select it. Like we'll enter in July 9th. You see it's formulating up there in the field. We're at 7/9/2020. So this is an example of a you know, code example of how you create a calendar properties or get a calendar feature on your particular application. If you go back to the code samples, they have a whole bunch of different samples you can preview. You know, we see all these different, you know, they got sortable lists, search range. Let's look at the search bar. I like the search, you know, because every app may need something where you need to be able to search. So here's the code for writing the search. See, this is all the code you got to write. Search layout. This is the layout you provide, and then within the workshops, in the more group sessions, we kind of go into more details. We kind of walk it step by step. But here, we're kind of giving an introduction of what the workshop is going to entail. So I like looking at I really like looking at the code samples or like doing demos. That's the only way. I'm a very visual person, so I got to see what it is that I'm doing. Everybody thinking
you a nerd. That's a nerdy.
All right. Yeah, so I got to see what I'm doing. So we hit the search bar, right? So this is a search. So what it's going to do, as I type in the search, it's going to filter out what I'm looking for. So you said they have a list of cars here: Acura, Audi, BMW, Cadillac. Boom. So let's type in letter B. See, BMW pops up. That's the next one that pops up. Let's type in an A. Acura pops up. Audi. So you can jump right to it. So they provide this particular functionality, this code already pre-written in this particular library. So there's nothing else to reinvent. Like Bob would say, don't reinvent the wheel. Use the one that's been tried, tested, and proven to work. Oh, that's what ATUN-RE always reiterate to us over and over again. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just do what we already been doing. And this is the code, So in code also, I'm the king of copy paste. I've met some in the recent time. I met some more people that copy paste way more than me. But in my yay days, I love copying and pasting. And this piece at the bottom right here, create search bar. That's all the code you got to write for it to work. But it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like 9 to 10 lines of code. But these 9 to 10 lines of code right here, this particular part right here, is all you got to write to create a search bar on your page or on a particular page you're working on. App.searchbar.create. Boom. And this is, the bad class application development framework we teach about these tools and others, so you can be able to become your own application developer. You know, because you know, Framework7 is powerful. This is what I use to make the boss apps. The boss app is growing really fast. You know, we're getting more and more resellers, you know, week by week. And I'm the nerd, core nerd, so I'm always tweaking with the application and making it better. You know, I'm perfectionist. You know, OSOICE, like, you know, we everything we do, we try to do at our best of our abilities. You see, so this is a particular Framework7. Please go and check it out. It's very wonderful. I'm you know, are there any questions? I'm gonna wrap it up. You know, I'm gonna get over to Courtney.
Yeah, I have a question. So the class that the workshop that you're gonna be doing is actually gonna be teaching people how to use these codes to set up their own apps or website.
Yep,
So it's
primarily.
basically gonna be like a college, like a course, basically, like a college or certification or something like that.
Well,
Okay.
exactly what it is.
Okay.
Until that, you know, people now, this stuff, it can be done yourself. And like I always preach about it, it's a operating system called Linux. You know, what I'm a big fan of. We can go to it right quick. Linux.com. I'm a huge fan of, and I particularly use Debian. Debian is more for like more advanced developers, but not too advanced. But it's primarily, this is a free operating system, and you can use it to build applications with. So correct, I've composed a list of tools that you can use to build wonderful websites with, to build wonderful mobile applications with. You know, and I'll go over each tool step by step so you can be able to do it yourself. Because it's really not rocket science, you know, like, I mean, what I consider rocket science from application development standpoint, Google Maps, that's rocket science. Google search, that's rocket science. What else from a developer standpoint? I don't even want to say the Tesla, you know, the rocket science they're using is rocket science because they're just using some old data stuff and just, you know, band-aiding it up and shooting in space. That's not, it is rockets because it's actual rockets. You get it, rocket science, and it's a rocket. It is quite advanced what they're doing, but I think Google Engine, that thing is a beast. Like it's very unique. I can just query up results and it just has everything in it. I mean, that's next level. That's next level alien development. You know, it's like, whoa. Google Maps as well. That's like rocket science stuff. It's like next level. But anyway, so, you know, I teach people how, you know, to take any kind of, you know, framework. Let's go to themeforest.net. And themeforest.net is a place where you can go, you can find web templates. You can find high quality professional web templates. You go here and let's look for restaurants in HTML. And they have all these high quality pre-built, you know, web applications. This one here is it's called Restaurant. The one is $12. This one is $17. This one is $16. Let's go to this one here. This rest beef is $15. It lets you do a live preview of it. So it's $15. You can buy this whole website for $15. That's like pennies, literally. Because you turn around and make $1,000 in that month, you freaking quadruple. I mean, it was that it's like you not even tripleize your money. You freaking exemplified your money. It's going from 15 to 1,000. That's the numbers I like to talk about. People, they always wonder why I don't have, like, you know, more resources or more money, because I'm looking for the big bag. I don't chase pennies. It's like, I mean, okay, let me get my wording right. I don't chase, not, okay, I'll give you an example. Google, the Google developers, the founders, they're in college, they invented Google. During their PhD program, they made up the search engine called Google, and then when they was 25, they were a billionaire. You see, and then they cashed that out. You see, so it's like they aim big from the beginning. But that's what I'm kind of doing with the 9-biz. I'm aiming big, and it's gonna cash out, you know, with the boss apps. You know, I'm trying to give every human on the planet their own app. Nubian person, anybody, their own mobile application. And I can do it. I'm doing it. It's about to happen. And you know, I cash out then. You know, I'll take everybody to the beach. It's cool. So yeah, back to this template. So this template right here, you know, you can buy it for $15. So I show people how to build this template themselves, because we're looking at it here. But next you got to build it, right? It looks pretty and this and that. It looks wonderful. But how are you going to bring it to life? So in the workshop, I show people how to step by step bring this to life. What tools to use? You know, you can use Framework7. That's a brother right there. It's a nice picture. Showing their team chefs. You know, you can show for web application development. I use a framework called Express.js. It's JavaScript again. So I show people exact tools you use to build websites like this. Boom. So you spend $15, you get any old computer for free. Put these tools I'm telling you about, they are free as well. So all you're paying is less than $25 to build your whole application system in the cloud. You make $1,000, you quadruple your money. I don't know how to put it. I'm just trying to say something really big. I failed all my English classes. I was horrible at English, but I can write that code though.
You good, bro. You good.
So yeah, with that wonderful laughter, let's pass it on over to Courtney. But yeah, so that answer your question? Yeah, so that's pretty much what we're doing, showing people how to build stuff on their own for like under $25, so that's what I'm here to do, to elevate. OSOICE. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I just wanted to make sure I heard it right, because it sounded like you about to give out some valuable information.
Oh yeah, so well, I use themeforest.net, and themeforest.net, they're like the top 10 on the internet for searches for being brought up. But you can find a lot of professional web templates for under $25. Like big companies use this for their web development. I show people how to go to themeforest, how to pick a template, how to download that template, and how to build your own website using free tools. Everything I'm talking about we're using is free. Even the software you're using, even the only thing you got to buy is to get you a computer. You'll be able to become your own developer overnight. OSOICE.
Nice.
Yeah. Get that in a t-shirt. Become a developer overnight. OSOICE.
I like it. Hey. I know. I already got you a customer, Kimani.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all them teams, we can get them all lined up and coding. They can be doing this stuff for us. Because it's not really hard. These applications framework I'm using, it's not even a lot of lines of code. There's very few lines. It's like minimum. You be like, wow, you're doing a whole lot of stuff very powerfully, but if you utilizing a little bit of energy, because a lot of people think that because you're exerting a lot amount of hours while you're working, that you're working hard. But you want to work smart, not hard. It's like Mayweather. He's able to sustain his longevity because he fights smart. He's like in the fight. He don't get hit. You gotta know how to give out shots and not be hit. So you gotta be able to work smart and be able to have multiple streams of income. And that's how you sustain yourself and how you grow and scale. So these resources I'm sharing with the world are going to help people more knowledgeable so they can be self-sustaining in their own business from a technology standpoint on what technology they need to use. Even if they do it themselves or they hire a developer to know what to talk to the developer about. They want to having resources going out the way. But be sure to tune in everybody for the next workshops every Tuesdays and Thursdays. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now we're going to pass it over to the Empress Courtney. Thank everybody for your time. Shaddah Da.
Shaddah Da.
Thank you. Thank you, Tank.
Shaddah Da, bro. That was informative.
Shaddah Da. Let me give it back to Courtney.
Okay. Yeah, I said I can't share my screen. Okay.
Stop share. There we go.
I'm going to start with a short musical interlude while I get everything set up. Hold on, because I don't think y'all can hear the music if I don't get it through here. Just a second. Share. Okay. You see me, Tank?
Yep, it's looking good. I can see it. I hear a little audio too.
I need your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. If you feeling me, feed, 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 I need your energy. High life, high tide, don't drown. big breath, take steps, stay cool. When I'm down, that vibe, that's right. On top, that high, I fly, skydive, high five, we won't die. See hope, see drive, see why. And my eyes, win big, win life. Take off, bye bye, no slip, black ice, big shoe, lit fly, don't stop, must try. Energy, that's why I'm doing the most. In the middle of the road, I'm running the globe. I'm fighting for those that give everything to get back what they owe. So close, don't fold. Live bright, live bold. Kick back, get goals. Light it up for yours. I need your energy. I need your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. If you feeling me, feel, 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 I need your energy. This what they want, this what they need, this what we on. Took it worldwide and brought it back home, turn it on. Energy, never been scared, always prepared, taking you there. You need to be here, hands in the air, yeah, yeah. Energy, flossed up, fly like a salsa, live in the moment. Get it, own it, live it, breathe it, zone it. No time to waste, no time to slow down when we out on the chase. Don't be pumping your brakes, when you coming from nothing, you do what it takes. Dodging these gunshots, man, still gotta stay focused. Ain't no sleep, stay woken, gotta keep your eyes open. When all of my energy gone, don't leave me out on my own, don't leave me all on my own. Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. I need your energy. I need your energy. This world is killing me. Light it up. If you feeling me, feel, 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 I need your energy.
You love me, especially different every time. You keep me on my feet, happily excited by.
All right, family. I hope y'all got that. That's one of my favorite songs. Big Crit.
Big Crit,
Big
Mississippi,
Crit.
right?
I don't know exactly where he's from. I don't know why I always look at him and Big Boy. I thought he was from Atlanta. He might be from
I think he's from Mississippi, I think. Like somewhere in Mississippi, I think.
Okay, you might be right, because I think I heard him talking about like 3-6 Mafia and them or something.
If it ain't Mississippi, it's Alabama. It's one of them. But
Somewhere country.
country, yeah, country.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. The reason why, that's one of my favorite songs, and today I'm talking about energy. I'm going to be talking about energy, frequency, and vibration, and how that relates to each and every single one of us. So, Nicole, it's funny how Tank was just talking. He said he was babbling on, but every word you said, bro, kind of like, not kind of, but it falls in line exactly with my slides. I think you was peeking at my presentation, because I'm talking about, I got a quote from Nikola Tesla, and it says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And as you said, that's the dude that, made or invented the technology behind the Tesla cars that we see today. And he has a lot more like energy concepts and also like numerology stuff. I'm not gonna get into all that, but I just thought that quote was like, it's really simple, but it's really deep, because I mean, when you break it down, that's exactly what everything boils down to, is frequency, vibration, and energy. So what is frequency? Frequency is the rate at which a vibration occurs that constitutes a wave. And those waves can come in different patterns. So you have sound waves, you can have an electromagnetic field, you can have radio waves and light waves. And all of these waves or frequencies are measured in hertz. So I don't know if everybody can see the screen, but high frequency has like a shorter wavelength and lower frequency has a longer wavelength. So there's a different tones and frequencies give you different feelings and vibrations. So what are vibrations? Vibrations refer to the oscillating and vibrating movement of atoms and particles caused by energy. So I know it's all guys on here, so I'm sure you guys have had, at one point, either had a car that had music in it or know one of your homeboys had a car that had like the loudest speakers in the game on the block or whatever. So if you ever had a glass or a cup of water or any kind of liquid sitting in the cup holder of that car and you cut that radio on, you can see the waves and the vibration. You can see the different patterns that those wavelengths cause when the bass hits different lows and highs. So I think for me personally, I didn't know it at the time, but when I was younger, I used to love loud music. I used to love feeling bass. I used to love standing in front of the speaker or sitting in the back seat and just feel like I'm getting a massage because the bass is so loud. But I didn't know at the time, but that was a vibration and a frequency, probably one I shouldn't have been on, but that's what, our bodies respond to, frequencies and vibrations. And it's sometimes done on a subconscious level because you can tone these frequencies down so much that it's inaudible to the naked ear, but it's still a tone that your subconscious mind can hear and tap into subliminally. So that's a whole nother lesson, but those are the two definitions of vibration and frequency. And all humans and objects have an energy field that has its own vibrational frequency. Even though we probably sitting in a chair or sitting in our car, we might feel like we're just sitting still, but a chair has its own vibration and it's constantly moving in its own little energy field. So it's even though it's a solid mass and it looks like it's not moving, everything in the world and the universe is always moving at its own different frequency. Okay, so I said at the bottom that this is equivalent to all of us having our own personal radio stations, our own frequencies and vibratory patterns. Okay, so sound vibrations can come in contact physically through the body and influence our consciousness at the mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. Okay, the human heart has a magnetic field that can be measured for several feet away from the body, the actual body. So this personal magnetic field that you have is equivalent to your aura. That's your aura around your body, your personal magnetic field. Emotions, negative emotions can create nervous system chaos, but positive emotions do the opposite. So your mental thoughts and your emotions control the different elements in your body. So if you are constantly thinking negatively on a negative vibration, you're drawing in, how sometimes you might start out saying, man, this is, I'm gonna have a bad day. I woke up late. Now you rushing to get to work. You might have left your wallet at the house. So now you can't get lunch and you're hungry all day. Then you get off work, you rush back home looking for your wallet. Then you run back out to try to get something to eat from the grocery store and get in an accident. So because you started out saying, hey, I'm gonna have a bad day, you gave yourself basically a bad day. And I know that's sometimes kind of hard to swallow because some stuff happened to us that we definitely don't want, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes the frequency that you're putting out attracts more of that same thing to you. So let me see what else. Positive emotions create psychological benefits in your body. Just like people that undergoes different methods of surgery, some patients have a good fast recovery, some patients don't because they have a negative attitude about everything. They didn't want the surgery. They don't like the doctor. They, you know, they always in pain. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They just have a negative outlook on everything. But the patient who says, look, I'm gonna have the surgery, I'm gonna get it over with, I'm gonna get back on my feet as soon as possible, they have a better and faster recovery. So it's a lot more mental than it is physical. And there's also a lot of unseen factors at play with the magnetic field. So we already talked about the social distancing interfering with our heart's magnetic field and our aura, because you can't interact with somebody if you're 6 feet or more away from them. Okay, so the next slide, I asked, why is this important? Because everything in life is vibration. Sound is also a vibration, and so are your thoughts. Everything that manifests itself in your life is there because it matches the vibration from your thoughts. Your thoughts become things. Everything in nature vibrates at different frequencies. We each have our own vibrations, and we vibrate at our own rate. All bodies radiate those vibrations with which the body, controls itself in mental and physical, and such radiation is called the aura. So all of that stuff combined makes up our aura. Okay, so I was talking about your attitude, and something that I learned and I like to do is learning different ways to raise your vibration. So there's different ways that you can do this. This is just a few examples. So you have to become conscious of your thoughts. Everything you think, say, or feel becomes your reality. So that's why I think right now, this is a very important time for all of us to learn this skill, because when you learn the skill of using positive affirmations and manifestation, you can bring about changes and miracles on your own. Not saying that it's outside of, you know, the realm of whatever your belief is, but it's a good practice to have, because when you're positive, when you start your day saying, I'm a winner, I'm gonna have a great day, you know, it could be worse, or this is, you know, I'm having struggles, but hey, I'm here and I'm gonna get through everything. When you start talking yourself through those hard times, that's when you start manifesting, when you start speaking things into existence, and it just happened. It could be anything that you want, as long as it's on a, you know, a good vibration, and what you want these things for is, you know, on a excuse me, on a good vibration. You can't just say I want $1 million and, you know, you just wanted to buy a house, a car, and some women. You might get it, but it might not be in the way that you want. But if you say, I want $1 million, I want to start my own business and help others, you know, to start their businesses, or to help college students that might need a job, I can hire them to help me. It'll be a good situation all the way around. So, you know, it's just how you do your affirmations and your manifestation, and setting your good intentions. That's what I'm trying to say. So another way you can raise your vibration is by finding something beautiful and appreciate it. It could be a sunset, it could be a beautiful woman, it could be landscape, anything that you think is beautiful, preferably like from nature, raises your vibration. Be conscious of the foods you eat. We already know that we are what we eat, so we have to make sure that our diet is as clean as possible, and that we're getting all of our nutrients, and that we have a balanced, proper diet, because that affects not only how you feel on the inside, also affects how you look, your skin, your hair. So that's very important. That's a good way to raise your vibration. And certain foods have high vibrations in them, like fruits, vegetables, all the boring stuff I know, but they care, since they're natural foods from the earth, they concentrate sunlight, they have high vibrations. So that's something you can research in your own time, is like foods with the good, or that are good for raising your vibration. Of course, drink a lot of water. This is what I'm working on right now, is meditating. I'm trying to perfect that. I'm trying to find more time to do it and just dedicate to that practice, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes a day. because that is another game changer. And it's really a 2-for-1 when you're doing your affirmations and you're doing your manifesting and setting your intentions. It's good to do it during meditation. Always show gratitude, be grateful, practice acts of kindness. And the last one on here is getting exercise. So this next slide is just repeating basically the same things. It's just saying repeat positive affirmations to yourself daily. Start to appreciate the present moment more. I'm guilty of that. I be rushing through life instead of certain times you need to slow down, take it easy, take care of yourself. So that's a good one. Eat high vibrational foods. We just talked about that. Hydrate and flush out toxins. Meditate every day. Devote yourself to a daily practice. Let's see. Movement increases vibration. We talked about that. Exercise. Oh yeah, listen to high healing frequencies. So I know on YouTube they have different like meditation music kind of. I think Tank, you put up some, or either Andre, one of y'all put some of those on the YouTube, and it sounded really good with the Om chant. I think it's like an Om chant.
What you talking about? Malachi Ziyak Om chant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's classic.
Yeah, exactly. And see that, just doing that, even just making that sound, that that is a vibration that's in your body, in your throat chakra. You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing your meditation, you're doing that. That is a good way to raise your vibration. Devoting time to hobbies that make you genuinely happy. Spending time in nature. Okay, so all of those things, the frequency, energy, and vibration of each and every individual, as well as the world around us. Well, I won't say the world, but the human beings, we have these things called chakras. I'm not gonna go into all of those right now, but for the next class, I'll pick up here with the chakras. But it's interesting to hear how all of those things are tied together. So it just says that the chakras are considered to be gateways for receiving and transmitting energies. And they're vortexes of energy that are placed at different points on our spinal column. So these each 7 chakras have very different and unique qualities, and I'll go over that in the next lesson. I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. So that's it for me. Anybody got any questions?
Nah, thank you though. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was an excellent presentation, and I wanted to add, Chief told us a few months ago about right at the before the sunrise, do our like Fajr, or it's kind of like an affirmation, and we do we say Anu, Anu, Anu. We do that 3 times, and on the third set, we say it out a little like Anu, and then on the second one we do Erazaku, Erazaku, Erazaku. Then on the third set we say, but the third set of 3, we say Erazaku. We carry the note, and then on the third one we do El Mahamanu, El Mahamanu. But on the second one, in the second set of the 3, we carry the note El Mahamanu, on the second one, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, we meditate for 5 to 15 minutes. After that, he gives us 4, 1, 2, 3 songs to listen to, and that kind of raises our. It raises. He says it raises our vibration, makes you feel good in the morning, kind of get you rolling and everything. But I will send that out to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I have it in my somewhere in my phone. stored away, you know.
Okay.
But that definitely helped me, you know. It honestly, it took me to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And just hard to say, you know. It just things just started happening, like popping. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. Like, we don't even know our power. We don't even know what all we could do. And that's why I want to, you know, bring focus attention on that, because once we find out, you know, how to focus, it's like a superhero learning how to use their superpower. At first, they don't know how to fly. They don't know how to shoot laser beams out of their eyes. So they got to kind of practice a little bit. And I think for me, that's what the meditation brings out. It's a time for you to practice your superpower, practice feeling your energy. So yeah, I think that'll be something good to share with us.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it spot on. You know, it's just like I said, you gotta practice it and like for me, you know, I procrastinate, and like incorporating those little exercises and different stuff like that in my daily routine is very hard. So I start with just small increments, just itty bitties, and just say, well, look, today I'm gonna do this, and tomorrow just kind of be consistent, and it might add up like 5 seconds today, 5 seconds tomorrow, 10 seconds the next day, 15, and that's just honestly how I build was, you know, was able to, you know, consume a lot of information, study over these past 25 years that I've been following Bible and ATUN-RE, you know, just slowly just incorporating itty bitty, no, I'm talking about bits and pieces into my daily routine. And like I said, it builds you up,
Yeah.
you know.
That's why I said that's something I'm working on right now, trying to find the time to meditate. But like you said, just finding, even I saw a commercial or something on TV, and it was like for one of those apps that plays like rainfall or ocean waves. It's like
Yeah.
a relaxation. But I like the commercial because it was like either 15 or 30 seconds, and it was like do nothing, and then they had like a little timer, and I was like, you know what? It's a commercial, 30 seconds. I can close my eyes and just relax for a second and meditate for those 30 seconds. But like you said, it's valuable and it does add up, and you get, just like me and Tank were talking about earlier, the brain is a muscle. So we have to use, you know, like just get used to using our little magic superpowers, get used to the meditation, get used to the manifestation. Sometimes when I practice manifestation, I do like small things. I'll say, oh, I wish somebody would give me $5 or something, just something small. Or I wish I could find a quarter on the ground. And I started, when it started happening, those small things, now I got the confidence to do something bigger. So yeah, that's definitely something that we all need to squeeze in some kind of time for. It's very important.
Woohoo. I want to add something. It's Tank. That was good, Courtney. Thank you. I want to speak on with energy, and that, you know, with OSOICE is that it's a circle. You know, one reason why I like ATUN-RE, because like he's always about the same mission, day by day, by freeing Bible, you know, taking the family to another level. Like, you know, I mean, spreading the truth. That's what his everyday, his mission is about. And it's like always the same. It's high frequency going. It's like forward motion. I was listening to an interview with Dame Dash, you know, it was Dame Dash from Rockefeller. And he was saying one of the things he spent a lot of time on is constantly, frequently reevaluate his circle. You see, because you can have people like come into your circle and that can kind of like just come out of left and just like be disruptive, you know, or just be like negative because they're dealing with their own personal, you know, energy or demons, whatever they got, and they're just trying to slow your boat down. But you see that like in a company, you know, right? Like you work at a job, whatever. Everybody's mission is about what bringing revenue to the job. And anybody that get out of line of that, or, you know, go in a different direction, they get fired. You see, that's from that 9 to 5. You see, so we take that, especially new, but we hold that a core. Because they paying me, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting paid. But if you're an entrepreneur, and your day to day, it's not really a 9 to 5, but more like a 24-hour. Your same circle should be constantly on the evaluation as well, because all of your time is your money. You see, so like it's always correcting the people around you. Always see if they bring in added support to you. you see, it's like, you know, you got to be a constant evaluation of that, because OSOICE, that's what I like about it. Like a lot of brothers and family, we're very focused. We're highly self-driven. You know, a lot of us are very, very creative, highly self-motivating. It's like very warming talking to a lot of the family in OSOICE, because they always, you know, we kind of like working. It comes second nature to us, you know. So you know, outside of that, we dealing with like regular people. It could be draining and like, because they talking about the Falcons, or they talking about, you know, they sick or hurt their arm. You know, it's like I be hearing a lot of excuses, you know, and I'm like, my mom ain't raised me on those excuses. She's like, man, you can walk, you can get it done, you know. But so that's a lot of us are. We gonna find a way of getting it done, you know. So I just want to, you know, also share that, you know, because that's always, you know, at ATUN-RE, he has that's why he has liaisons. Because imagine if he had to stop and speak to every person, because he get calls every day, people want to speak with him. He would love to talk to everybody on a day-to-day, but he got so much going on that he really can't stop and it's handle everybody personal problem. But we're trying to, you know, get more hands-on on the phones, and people like more counselors that can kind of help people. A lot of people need this information, like medicine, because they really hurting inside. Like they got some real deep depression, real deep mental health sicknesses that they're trying to fix. And that's where it can help them come out of that. You know, we gotta, like, you know, give energy to that and stuff on that serious note, not something on, you know, telling, you know, an adult or a grown person how to live their life. You know, it's like we grown, especially over 15. And my kids, I can't tell my kids what to do. I tried. They were like, Dad, I'll do that later. I know many of us can relate. You know, they've been in their own little world. We put them here. It's like, I put you here. You gonna do what I say. I do it later. Like, what? How you gonna tell me what you wait? Like, what? That's no. Back in the day, you know, you get slapped. Like you get back slapped.
Yep.
With everything, you know, the quickness, you know, punch, kick, choke, a broom thrown at you, you know, a comb or something. But now, you know, you can't be as physical, you know, to a degree. So that's all love. You know, I wanted to add that. You got any more questions online? Anybody want leave anything to say? Any questions?
No, I'm good. Thanks. I'm good.
That was Elder Hubert.
Well,
That was Elder. Thought I heard Elder on the line. Andre, that was you about to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, before y'all was building a little bit about our powers that we're not aware of. And I know from reading the Holy Tablets and your potential, it pretty much, the knowledge was already laid out for us, you know, to give us sort of a roadmap on this road back to discovering ourselves, because we're dealing with a state of amnesia. And in the tablets, it said the mind there's no limit to the power of the mind. So that's number one, right? We all have a mind, or we all are minds, and there's no limitation when it comes to the mind. So that right there is mind blowing, you know what I mean? And then when you go into the second one is thoughts. In the tablets, it teaches that thought is the most powerful force in the universe, in the balanced universe. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more powerful than thought. And we have a mind, and we think we have thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like ATUN-RE said. You know, we might not be exactly on the base, but we in the ballpark. You know what I'm saying? And then in Your Potential, in that small, beautiful book written by the Honorable Dr. York, you know what I'm saying? In that book, it said that they can't let you find out that you are what they call omnipotent. That's what he said. You see what I'm saying? So the knowledge was laid there down for us. It's just, you know, time for us to absorb it and, you know, move towards, you know, who we truly are.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And like, you know, and then what ATUN-RE teaches too is that how do you know you're uncomfortable? How do you know something is wrong? Because we always can take into consideration for what we see, but we never can take into consideration of how we feel. And when certain people make you feel a certain kind of way, that's something that not, and it had make you take your vibrations down. You need to remove yourself from that. If not, you know, it's only like it's like throwing it's like throwing rocks at the sun. You see what I'm saying? Like you can be mad at the sun all day long. You just huffing and puffing at it. You see what I'm saying? But like the sun, like on lowest vibration to tolerate that. You know what I'm saying? It just got to keep it going because it has a mission and a purpose, and it has to stick to on a continuum on a moment by moment. Because like we always think everybody say, you know, this and that gonna happen, but it's up to us to pick up to do the work. Like we gotta actually, it's a physical part of actual work we gotta do. They just gonna mysteriously just happen. It would have been happening. Like we actually gotta do something. Like this stuff we're working on, these workshops, like we was in practice for a long time before we got to this point, and we still only at this point. So we all got like, even with ourselves and our own discipline. That's what Chief was like, I don't want no disciples around me. I want disciplinary people that's about action, about work. People are getting stuff done because results speak for themselves. You know, that's why I always say he'll sucker for results. That's why I roll with all that, what you know and who you know. Like, I don't give a flip, but what can you produce? Like, what is it making? Like, what does it make? What is it? How is it getting other people's attention? Like the facts, the results. You know, then when somebody bring that vibration down or they make you feel it's like uncomfortable, like that's a demon within them trying to jump inside of you to eat on you, but you just can't allow that to happen. You gotta be like, you gotta tell it to move out the way. It's like when, you know, Beyonce on stage or Jay-Z, a lot of us get the animosity inside of us. That's because we're jealous or we're hating or have that hate coming out. You got to tame that. You got to tell that devil, no, like, I'm proud of this. I'm happy for this. Like, why am I getting upset about someone else's success? It should be a happy, a good moment. It should be something praised, not frowned upon. But a lot of us are so, you know, got so much other stuff we're dealing with, we take it out on others, and you just can't allow yourself to do that. Cool. Yep. So anything, Courtney, you want to close out with anything?
No, just want to thank you guys for your time. Thank you for your input, your feedback. Thank you, Tank, for providing the platform and making everything come together. And that's it. I really missed you guys the past couple of weeks, and it feels good to be back.
Cool. Yeah, we want to thank ATUN-RE. I want to thank him, you know, because it's the reason why we're here. It's his love that we show for him. You know, we all come from different backgrounds, different walks of life. We all got, you know, different upbringings, but, you know, we all got one thing in common, and that's love for each other and wanting to see each other successful. And he's here to, you know, keep us in line and in check. And we all need that. I ain't perfect. I know I make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes, but Chief, he always let me know how I'm fucking up and right, what I can do better. And I need that. I'm thankful for that. As long as it's talking about something that's making some sense, though, you know. But if it's just left field, like, what? But Chief never come left field. He kind of let me do my thing. I do something stupid, though. He do let me know, though. For the most part, he let me do my thing. So, he lets all do our thing, because results speak. Shoot, making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got to do better, though. We got to do more. We need more resources, though. But we'll talk about that later, y'all. So, yeah, so I think about to jump on another call. So, you know, I'll get on the next call. And we're gonna close out the class. But we want to close out with saying, thank you, family, for, you know, for tuning in. OSOICE workshop happen every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our website is OSOICE.org. Please, you know, follow and, you know, stay close. OSOICE. You know, peace and love to everyone. Da-da-da.
One thing. One thing. I got one thing. Hold up. Is tomorrow gonna? Is it tour? Is there going to be a class or something going on tomorrow?
Well, newcomers class is on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh,
yep,
okay.
We got class tomorrow. Yep, it's tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's the same number that I called in tonight for this?
Yep, same number.
Okay, all right. All right, we'll be there.
How you doing, Elder? Good to hear your voice.
I'm good. I appreciate everyone that's here. You know, I love sitting back and listening to hear what is on everyone's mind. Give me a chance to see where everybody's at. You know, and it's very interesting to hear how we are getting into different kinds of conversations we're getting into and talking about frequencies and energies and you know, vibrations and things like that, you know, which is good because these are kind of conversations that we don't have, or I don't have on a regular. This is the only time I get to do that because you people are just like my family, and you're more my family than my real family, just like the master teacher said. He said just because they are your blood family don't mean that they are your true family. And I feel like you are my real family because you talk about things that I can identify with. I can't talk to my blood family about this because they'll look at me like I just stepped off of Mars. And, I feel very comfortable, sitting back listening to everyone that spoke and said something that I can use. Listen to younger people that are younger than me. I feel very honored to be around you. Because this is uplifting for me. It also showed me that what I need to do with myself, because I've been here a long time. There's still a lot of stuff that I have to work on, and all you are showing me that this is what I need to do for myself in order for me to elevate, So I appreciate everyone on the call, and I hope to hear that everyone is going to be here on a regular. If not, then, I'll take it as it comes, and I appreciate every moment. Thank you all.
Thank you, Elder. You are family. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So we spirit family.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, thank you, Elder.
Hey, I like that. I like that. Thank you, Elder. I like that, Courtney. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I've never heard that before.
That's
wow,
facts,
nice.
boy. That's facts.
I like that too.
That's my T-shirt right there. I'm gonna get that copyright.
hey, Tank. You have to cut that out. Cut that out the call. You know what I'm saying? So the world can hear that one.
Musa, you a lawyer. You need to be our lawyer. OSOICE law firm.
Nah, I don't know about lawyer, but I done been through some things. Put it that way.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
All right, you do it.
Next call.
All right, shout it out.
Shout it out.
Shout it out.
نسأل لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله ولا كريم وصلى الله على الحمد أجمعين ومسيح ومهدي ومجدد لأن مرسلين. Now we return to the class.